thank you, Folsom High Choir, under the direction of Melanie Huber. Thank you very much. And thank you again all for being here. I want to take a moment to recognize some dignitaries who have joined us this morning, and we have had a great turnout. So if I miss anybody's name, I do apologize in advance. From the Office of Assemblyman Kevin Kiley, we have Jack Thompson. Please stand when I say your name. Thank you. From the City of Folsom, we have Vice Mayor YK Shalom Shera. YK. Council Member Sarah Aquino. Folsom City Manager Elaine Anderson. Folsom Police Chief Rick Hillman. Folsom Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Joe Gagliardi. From the City of Rancho Cordova, we have City Manager Micah Runner. From the Cordova Recreation and Park District, General Manager Patrick Larkin. From the Folsom Cordova Board of Trustees, we have Student Board Member Rocio Perez. We have, joining us today, we have Chris Clark, Board of Trustees. Board of Trustee Clerk, Jennifer Larrett. Board of Trustee President, David Reed. And Folsom Cordova's Superintendent, Dr. Sarah Koligian. Leadership at Folsom Cordova is also present, and on the screen behind me you should see listing out the superintendent's cabinet members, leaders of departments. If you are a member of cabinet joining us this morning, would you please stand so we can recognize you? And also important to the leadership of our schools are our administrators, Folsom Cordova Unified School District principals, elementary all the way through high school. If you are a principal joining us this morning, would you also please stand so we can recognize you? Great schools have great leaders. We also have wonderful labor partners that we're so grateful for being able to join us this morning. We have our president of FCEA, Angelica Miklos. President of CSCA, Rob Korn. Amy Strawn, president of FCLA. And we're excited to also introduce new leadership for the next school year. President-elect Jeanette Sansenbach and Executive Officer Tracy Suter for FCEA, so they'll be with us next year. At this time, I would like to invite Board President David Reed up to the podium to say a few remarks.
Good morning. I have to tell you, every time I see our students perform, it just is amazing. It reminds me of how little talent I have musically. But it inspires me every single time when we get to see our students perform. So thank you very much for that performance to the students. It is an honor to be here this morning to represent FCUSD Board of Education. On behalf of the entire board, I want to thank each and every one of our partners in the community, not only for joining us today, but for your continued support of our students, our parents, our employees, and our schools. Folsom Cordova is fortunate to have rich partnerships from across a broad cross-section of industries, nonprofit organizations, faith communities, and local government leaders. That support comes in many forms, from supporting bond measures to tutoring children after school, to enrichment and mentoring programs that help students grow, learn, and succeed in the world around them. Folsom Cordova has amazing schools, amazing staff, and amazing programs that create pathways for every student to pursue their dreams. But we cannot do it alone, so thank you for the important roles you play in improving the lives of children throughout our community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Reed. And what he says is so true. Schools cannot do it alone. We need our community. Joining us today, we're very pleased to introduce our sponsor, not only for this event, but a valuable community member from Intel. Please welcome Anna Ballard to the podium to say just a few words about the influence and the importance of Intel in our schools.
Good morning. So I'm pleased to be here today on this beautiful spring day. On behalf of my colleagues, 265 of my colleagues who volunteered in the schools last year in Folsom Cordova, as well as on behalf of the corporation. From robotics mentors, track and field timers, talent show planners, PC pals, science fair judging, and just general classroom support, my colleagues have poured their hearts, souls, time, and energy into Folsom Cordova, to the tune of 13,934 volunteer hours last year alone. And for every hour an employee volunteered, the Intel Foundation provided $10 per hour. So to that tune, Intel, via my generous colleagues and the corporation, provided Folsom Cordova $1.1 million in grants over the last, since 2018. Yes. So the district and schools then use these funds to provide the highest quality education to the children in our community. And I look forward to when these students join me in the tech industry. I look forward to seeing our future female principal engineers collaborating with all of us to develop the technology that improves the lives of every person on this planet. And although that's my aspiration, I know Intel is just satisfied simply knowing that the funds go towards providing the quality education that Folsom Cordova provides and helping these children find their dreams and pursue their dreams. So thank you to Folsom Cordova Unified School District for being a wonderful partner, and thank you all for having us this morning.
Thank you, Anna. At this time, I'm honored to introduce, once again, Superintendent Dr. Sarah Koligian. For the last 6 years, Dr. Koligian has led FCUSD with vision, compassion, strength, and wisdom. Her commitment to educational equity shines as a North Star for leaders and staff. In 2021, her colleagues from the Association of California School Administrators named her the California State Superintendent of the Year. This during arguably the most difficult time in public education, right at the heart of the pandemic. She is a devoted educator, leader, and an inspiration to us all. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Sarah Koligian to the podium.
Well, good morning. It's so wonderful to be here and to have you all in the room with us. Again, we're here to celebrate our students, and I also want to extend our thanks on behalf of our district and our board to all of our students and to all the faculty that support our students and their families at home, because they couldn't do what they do if they didn't have the systems of support at school and at home. So one more round of applause for our students, please. Well, can you believe it's been 3 years since we've been able to host our State of the Schools? Matter of fact, the last one we held here at Cordova High School was March 2020, 2 weeks before the world changed. So here we are, back again in person, reconnecting with one another, and we are just so excited to have our community partners here, our leaders, and at the school and throughout our cities and county, and we really appreciate the support because we can't do it alone, and we really appreciate the partnership that we have. Today we're very excited to share the stories of our schools and students with you through our State of the Schools. And just to give you a recap, we have 36 amazing schools in Folsom, Cordova. We educate over 20,000 students. We employ over 2,400 staff, classified, certificated, and administrative staff. We lead the region in educational excellence, and it is a great place to learn and grow. So we are very fortunate and blessed for all that we have in Folsom, Cordova. So this year, we focused our theme on opening doors. When we began the school year, we said, what do opening doors really mean, literally and figuratively? Without the health restrictions that we had the last 2.5 years, we thought this is a good theme for us to start the year with. Although the crisis of the pandemic is behind us, we know that the impacts are still being felt, which was why we thought it was important to focus on the theme of opening doors and reconnecting. Opening doors to us in Folsom, Cordova means removing barriers to learning, connecting with our students, creating smooth inroads for our students, for all students to succeed. We build those connections with very intentional relationships with our students, and we want to make sure that we are creating a sense of belonging and community for each one of our students. My leadership team and I were inspired at the beginning of the year to take a look at this book called Opening Doors by Trudy Arriaga and Randall Lindsay, which set the theme and the tone for us this school year. So we have used that theme throughout the year. When you see the presentation, the rest of it in the video today, you'll see that underlying tone of how we've been opening doors for our students. We've done that with a very intentional focus on daily attendance this year, access to opportunities in the classroom that really expand our students' knowledge and discovery experiences, making sure our students have the supports they need academically and socially and emotionally to be successful, creating a positive school culture, again, where all students feel like they belong, focusing on restorative practices, those connections, those mental health supports, and social emotional well-being. When we think about Folsom, Cordova, there are many unique qualities, and a lot of those qualities exist because of the people in this room. But what makes our district so special? And we want to highlight some of those qualities. We have high caliber neighborhood schools, high quality academics. We offer a wide variety of educational programs and school settings because we know not all students thrive in the same environment. For instance, for a fully virtual school for students, we created a school called Innovations Academy for K through 12th graders. We offer Walnutwood High School as an independent study high school that serves students who enjoy taking control of their daily learning schedule with the support of Folsom Cordova teachers. We have a charter school homeschool program that serves students kindergarten through 8th grade, which equips parents to be their students' teacher working alongside our educational partners. We offer large high schools, Folsom High, Cordova High, Vista Del Lago, as well as small high schools, Kinney High School and Folsom Lake High School. We offer Riverview STEM Academy as a magnet school in Rancho Cordova, which draws students mostly from Rancho Cordova, but also throughout the district and the region, and is continually recognized for its advancements in elementary STEM education. We offer career technical education experiences, hands-on experiences in many different industry sectors in which we partner with many of you here in the room. We have learning opportunities for our youngest learners from pre-K to transitional kindergarten to full-day kindergarten. We have extended learning opportunities before school and after school. And we are currently serving over 1,100 students in our extended learning programs. And we have programs through adult education. We truly believe that education is cradle to career, and our goal is to develop lifelong learners. Matter of fact, I was visiting Folsom Cordova Adult School right before spring break, and I visited their beginning English language development class of students from all over the world. And one of the oldest learners in that class introduced herself to me as 80 years old and wanting to better learn English so she could support her children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. So the learning never ends, and we have many opportunities for our students, young and old, throughout the district. We are also proud of the award-winning schools and programs that we have. We have 5 California Distinguished Elementary Schools that were recognized this year. We also had 3 secondary schools recognized as California Distinguished Schools last year. We have Positive Behavior Intervention Support, or PBIS, award-winning schools in our district. We have state-recognized leaders. Alicia Cadell was recently named as the California State Career Technical Education Administrator of the Year, and she's in the house today. We have, yes, round of applause. We have a nationally recognized music teacher from Folsom High School, Mr. Curtis Gazer. We have an ABC 10 Teacher of the Month, Mr. James Fanchier from Theodore Judah Elementary, teaches PE. And we have one of our engineering teachers from Folsom High, who is the awardee of the Harbor Freight Tools Award, which all that money goes back into those wonderful classrooms in the advanced manufacturing program at Folsom High. So a round of applause for Andrew. And these are just a few examples. We have many more throughout our schools. And we have award-winning schools for PBIS at Mills Middle School, Natoma Station, Mangini Ranch Elementary, award-winning athletics in cross-country, football, golf, tennis, volleyball, spring sports still underway, basketball, soccer, and wrestling. We have award-winning visual and performing arts program, as you saw earlier today. Academic decathlon winners from Folsom High School once again this year. Congratulations. And award-winning CTE, or Career Technical Education programs, with our Create Mentoring program, Design Build competitions, Career Technical Education student organizations, student scholarships, and NorCal Solar Regatta. So many opportunities and reasons to celebrate. We are also proud of the diversity in our school district and our demographics. Our diversity really is one of our strengths in our district. And can you believe we have over 80 languages spoken throughout our school district? And our goal is to open doors for all those students in our district. We do that through providing culturally relevant instruction and experiences and building those strong communities of support. We have a commitment to equity and inclusion. And educational equity means that we look at where our students are at and give them what they need to be successful. And it means that everybody's going to cross that line and graduate, but the supports they may need to get there may look a little different, so they all can reach that level of success. When we make decisions at the leadership level, we do so through a lens of asking ourselves, how will the decisions we make impact all students? How will it help them to thrive? How will we be able to help our students who don't yet know English or whose families are still struggling with housing or learning disabilities? How do we help our students facing inclusion and equip them to become supported as well? So each and every student who walks through our doors, we have a commitment to their educational success and their journey and help them fulfill their dreams. We're doing that through many different strategies. We are hiring a diverse workforce, and we have been very intentional in going out to recruitment fairs and historically black colleges and universities throughout the country. We're very proud of that effort and again, creating a diverse workforce, providing culturally relevant staff training, supports for our marginalized student groups, cultural clubs at our schools where, again, students can feel connected, inclusion for our special education students, academic and behavioral interventions, and social emotional learning that is, again, intentional and part of every day of learning in our schools. We also have a commitment to wellness and safety. When students come to school, they need to be safe and feel safe. Some of the many ways we ensure those safe learning environments is that we have staff on our campuses that really help with the emotional and physical safety of our students. Not only do we have our leaders, our principals, assistant principals, we have mental health professionals, behavioral support specialists, psychologists, counselors, social workers, safe schools coordinator and specialists, and our school resource officers. We have programs that focus on building a positive school culture and making those connections. At the school level, we have Link Crew and Web, where our older students are mentoring our younger students at those transitional periods from elementary to middle and middle to high school. And we also have a readily available way to report any suspicious activity on our campuses through an app called We Tip. And it's prominently displayed not only on our main website, but also on each of our schools' website. So anyone at any time can report something. And as we tell our students, if you see something, say something so we can do something about it to keep them safe as well. So we want to take you on a little journey throughout our district. Again, a snapshot of looking at what opening doors means in Folsom, Cordova. There's many wonderful stories to share. And this year I was able, with the help of my communications team, Angela Griffin, Jamina Veroni, Robin Mandeville, to go into our classrooms with the support of our leadership and our teachers and classified staff at our schools to do some video storytelling called In the Loop with the Soup. And each month we have schools highlighted, and we see that the extraordinary happens every single day. So let's take a moment to see a sampling of what it takes in our schools to see the wonderful magic that happens on a daily basis. Please enjoy. Thank you so much, and thank you to each of our schools and all the people within our schools that make the magic happen. Again, this doesn't happen in a vacuum. It happens because of the village's support that we have in our schools and throughout our community. So I hope you enjoyed getting a glimpse of what I've been so grateful to enjoy this year with In the Loop with the Soup. It's been fantastic. On the horizon, we've got some exciting things happening in our future in Folsom, Cordova. We are a growing district. We are going to be building a new school shortly. We just started moving dirt a couple weeks ago, and we have a groundbreaking for Alder Creek Elementary, our next elementary school to be built south of 50. Groundbreaking will be May 16th, so put that on your calendar. We're scheduled to open that elementary school in the beginning of the 24-25 school year. Also, the future of Folsom, Cordova, south of 50 brings with it a lot of growth and development as we see housing developments springing out of the ground almost overnight. And we have many future new schools to be built south of Highway 50. Over the course of this full build-out, we're looking at almost doubling the size of the district. 16 more elementary schools, 4 middle schools, 2 high schools in the city of Folsom, the city of Rancho Cordova, and Sacramento County. So as that growth and development continues, so will our district, and we look forward to continuing to educate students well at the same high caliber in our future as well. Also on the horizon in our district, we're very excited about the Community Schools State Grant Initiative that we just applied for. This is a new opportunity offered at the state. We've taken the opportunity to apply for our qualifying schools. The schools that qualify must have over 50% English learners and low-income students, and we meet this requirement at many of our Title I schools. The beauty of the community schools is that they become the hubs of community resources for our students and families to remove those barriers to learning and providing physical and emotional well-being for students and families. We also partner in these hubs with our community with our faith-based organizations, the nonprofit groups, business and government partners. And what's unique again about the community schools is they encompass 4 pillars. It's the integrated student support, the engagement with family and community, that collaborative leadership, and extending that time of support and enrichment beyond the school day as well. So we recently applied for 7 of our 11 qualifying schools right before spring break, and we'll hear the results of that in May, so shortly. But the schools that we have applied for would bring in $9.5 million over the next 5 years. So very excited to hear those results. We'll be applying for the remaining Title I schools in the next round of funding. So very excited for that initiative on the horizon as well. So before we close today, we have one more highlight of student performers that we'd like to share with you, and that's our Cordova High School Choir. So we'll invite them up to get ready and perform, and then I also want to recognize Choir Director Elizabeth Crandall for her leadership and our students and their musical performance for us today. Thank you so much, Ms. Crandall and Cordova High School Choir. That was amazing, and we really appreciate it and blessing us today with that beautiful number. Thanks again. Are we finished? Oh, one more. And while they're exiting, we want to keep you apprised of some upcoming events. So one more round of applause. We want our community to know that we have exciting events coming up in the future, and you're all invited to be there. Our Student Advisory Board is hosting our International Night on April 26th at Cordova High School. We have an upcoming Soaring Scholars Supply Drive for our homeless and foster students. We'll be hosting, through our Visual and Performing Arts Department, the Koligian Armenian Concert Ensemble, Sunday, June 4th, that you're invited to here at the Performing Arts Center. And you're always welcome to be a volunteer in our schools, just as the Intel partners have done for us for so many years. And we're already thinking ahead to next school year. First day of school for 23-24 is August 8th. So again, we want to encourage you to stay connected with us and our school district, different ways to do that, either through our website, through social media, but we love to hear from you directly as well. So thank you again for your participation, for your partnership, for your collaboration. Again, as Angela said at the beginning, our why is the same why that you have. The reason that we're all here together is because of our students and wanting to make sure they have a firm foundation and that they have their needs met as a whole child to be successful in their futures. I want to take a moment before we close to thank all those that made today possible. I want to thank our Cordova High team for hosting us today, Principal Jared Hayden, Assistant Principal Michelle Brown, our Educational Technology Instructional Support Team, Specialist Jim Plaskett, and Head Custodian Panya here at Cordova High School. Can we give them a round of applause, please? And again, another huge round of applause and gratitude to our communication team. They have done an amazing job, haven't they? Angela Griffin, Ann Kelly, Jamina Veroni, Robin Mandeville, and my executive assistant, who is my right arm every day, Martha Campos, couldn't do it alone, and we thank them for everything that they have done to bring our schools to you today through our State of the Schools. We hope you've enjoyed this glimpse into our district. We thank you for being partners. We look forward to continued partnerships and for being here today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.